months away, preserving the principles that keep America great on both a domestic and global scale are a top priority for grassroots organization USA Strong. White House correspondent Jen Pellegrino has more.
Joining us now is Erin Elmore, who has just joined the organization USA Strong as Executive Director. Congratulations, Erin, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell us, what is USA Strong all about?
So USA Strong is here to restore greatness to the American middle class. We're going to put China on the defensive. We want to bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States. We want to enter fair trade deals. We really just want to make America great, just like our president says.
You mentioned jobs. Great news coming out this week with 4.8 million jobs added in June. And, you know, really the focus over the last few months has been on employing American workers, even more so than ever, given all that the country has been through. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. We saw the president had an executive order really limiting those people coming into the United States. So often, China has taken our jobs away from us in pharmaceutical manufacturing, and that really is endangering and not just unemploying the American worker. Places like China shouldn't be manufacturing our PPE or our key ingredients to pharmaceuticals and other drugs. They often have exclusive agreements on things like anesthesia. This should be really alarming to the American people, and I think there should be laws in place that say, hey, all of these key drugs need to be manufactured in the United States. Not only will it employ American workers and stimulate the economy, but it will keep us safe, secure, and protected.
And one thing that the president mentioned on Thursday in discussing the jobs numbers, 356,000 jobs in June that were added were manufacturing jobs. You know, he says this is a small number compared to what we'll see going forward. Why is this so important, manufacturing specifically?
Well, manufacturing should be done in our country. Not only does it, like I say, stimulate the economy, but these are key ingredients to keeping Americans safe. Whether it's ibuprofen, 95% of ibuprofen, I believe, is made in China. I'll tell you exactly, 95%. That should terrify the American public. What if China tampers with our drugs or puts ingredients like lead, like they do in our apple juice? Think about what our children are drinking. A lot of that's made in China. Baby formula made in China. We need to bring these things back to the United States to not only keep ourselves safe, but keep ourselves employed and keep ourselves financially and economically sound.
And Erin, you know, just in focusing on China, one question that I think kind of looms over this entire year is looking at holding China accountable for all that the world and certainly the United States has gone through. What do you foresee as far as that is concerned?
I think Chinese accountability, especially as far as the coronavirus goes and other viruses, is extremely important. China denied human-to-human transmission for an extremely long time, often too long, putting Americans at a very unsafe place. Also, domestically, they had stopped flights within China from Wuhan, but we're letting people leave Wuhan to come to places like the United States and Europe. That's also a red flag. A lot of senators want to have legislation come out that says, hey, you can sue the Chinese government for what they've done. And I believe that's an absolutely sound decision.
And finally, Erin, you know, as we look to celebrate America's independence on this 4th of July weekend, what can we expect in the coming months looking towards the election from USA Strong?
You know, we want to get out on the road and talk to American workers and talk to senators and congressmen and people that are in elected office and say, hey, what can you do to bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States? What kind of fair trade deals can we enter to put Americans back in a better position financially and economically? That's going to be our focus, and I'm going to work tirelessly to really restore greatness to the American middle class and the American worker.
Well, thank you so much, Erin Elmore. Really looking forward to seeing what comes out of USA Strong, and appreciate you taking time today.
Thank you for having me.
Want to see more videos like